Typical Singaporean attitude. Everything is pointless or useless if it cannot eat one. Okay, so today we have a Reddit thread on Ask Singapore with the title "No longer interested in anything except making money." This might not be just a Singapore thing, but might be a Chinese thing because we are close to Chinese New Year as well. So everything you do is mostly related to money, right? But I think just to get the discussion rolling, the original poster posted. Does anyone feel similar? I lost interest in my hobby, like gaming, as I always start to feel why am I wasting time on a game and not making money when I could be investing time and effort into starting up a side business or upgrading myself to earn higher salary in the future. And just a few of the most upvoted comments, I'll just quickly extract a few insights from there. From the poster, Fizzy Wingstop Cat. Earn all that money, no time or hobby to spend it. LMAO. Another one from Whack Flag Mask. Money should be a means to your goal in life, not the goal in life itself. So I swear, like 99% of people don't even realize this. Go look at all the richest billionaire in the world. Why are they still working? Aren't they rich enough to retire and enjoy life over countless lifetimes in a row? They work because they are aimless without work. At least for these CEOs, their work is meaningful. But as a regular average person working as a cog in a wheel, I do think it's stupid to make money your end goal. Because once you reach that end goal, then what? If you aim to retire at 2 million, will you really retire at 2 million? I bet you most Singaporeans will not. Another one from Routine Corgi 9154. Typical Singaporean attitude. Everything is pointless or useless if it cannot eat one. Every waking moment spent checking the stock market, optimizing mortgage interest rate, shifting money from bank to bank to take advantage of opening bonuses, reviewing investment options, hustling, etc. Just remember that in a couple of decades, we will all be dead. And a lifespan micromanaging finance will invariably mean that many things will be missed. I'm not even talking about things that cost money. Enjoying the company of friends, looking at scenery, pursuing creative hobbies, or listening to pleasant music or birdsong. I had known many friends like you. They become consumed with their bottom line and only engaged in activity that help to further it. So they are morbidly uninteresting people. But they will say financial stuff is extremely interesting. Shrug. I don't know whether Bunti feel very attacked by this, but Bunti, maybe I'll get your comments on this first.
Yeah, I was laughing at, I think the second last one. Okay, every waking moment spent checking the stock market, optimizing mortgage interest rate, shifting money from bank to bank to take advantage of the opening bonuses. Wow, this one's really, I was laughing at it because even there's some truth to it, right? This comment is that, even the interactions with your friends, even four of us here, you see, our conversation is not talking about like, things that is fulfilling, right? We're talking about parenting, raising children, this kind of like, good, good, I don't know how to say, good stuff. But we are talking about what? Oh, what's the, what's the investment? How to make more money? Selling options. It's all money related, lah. So I would say that the reason our podcast become popular is also because this thread is true, lah. People are optimizing for all the financial stuff. For example, like mortgage. What's the mortgage rate? How can you save on all these costs? So there's some truth to it, but I would say that not everything's lah. At least Singaporean are still traveling. Although when you are traveling, you always optimize for the best deal that you can get lah. So that part won't go away. But at least there are things that you do other than making money lah. So there's some balance. Just that the balance sits with each individual lah.
Kelvin, as part of the ecosystem, what's your
Ecosystem. Actually, I relate a lot to that guy there. No longer interested in anything. Okay, like, I'm interested in playing games, but I don't have the time also. I don't know. I feel like I put myself in this position. I don't know. It's because I want to like force myself to able to retire early. This whole fire thing. Then like try to shorten the whole 40 years into what 10, 20 years. Then okay, work super hard during these 10, 20 years. Because I also can't force my other half to work as hard. So that okay, I will be the one who is tanking all this stuff. So I don't know, maybe Eric can relate a bit.
So
But maybe Eric a bit
Kelvin,
different. Yeah.
you're essentially that person, right? So for every waking hours that you are doing something, not earning money, you feel like you are wasting time, right? So I see that the comments is exactly you posting that thing.
Maybe it's me. But once I got kids, it's a bit different. So it's either thinking about how to earn money versus and spending time with the kid. So I think that's where having a kid helps a bit. And having a wife helps a bit lah, because the wife say, oh, I want to go shopping. Then you're like, spend money. But on the other hand, you are thankful. Yeah. Oh, thank God she's here to pull me away from my job. Yeah. Because without that is everything is about money.
You didn't think like, wow, spending 1 or 2 hours shopping wasted. You know, the shopping is like only spend maybe $200, but actually you are losing $500 by not generating revenue on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that.
No lah, but at the start got lah, but after that, I don't know, a bit condition myself to think like, okay, this is spending time with family, so the value is a bit different. So like the 1-2 hours spent with the family, I feel like it's worth a lot more as compared to the money that you can earn lah. Yeah. What about Eric? Eric a bit different. Eric like work 8 hours a week.
I think it's a conscious decision because I don't know whether you can project yourself like 10 years later when you're like around my age. You won't want to like spend all of your time working. Like no matter how much you earn, like there's no end to earning. So I mean more so for the self-employed people, right? Like because every activity, every time spent on our business is revenue generating, hopefully lah. So yeah, if you work more, you earn more. So there's a very direct correlation. Like if Kelvin do one more video, he literally can guarantee like extra, don't know how much, x dollars. So like one less video, less x dollars. Then how? Like what's the give and take? I think because his family is so young, right? The kids, he needs to like weigh that balance carefully, like between like aggressively going for fire and then so that he don't have future worries, and then or choosing to spend that time with the family. I think it must be a very conscious choice, rather than like you mindlessly just wow just shong I want to hit my 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million mark. Like yeah, at the end of the day you end up going to Reddit and posting like it's all pointless. It's all pointless. Yeah, so don't go to either extreme. Like don't spend all your time with your family also lah. Like you don't earn the money, then like yeah. When I first started out, I was very lazy. I can just tell you, by default, I'm very lazy. I'm like, can I work less? Can I work less? Then my wife will like go and work, go and work, go and work, earn more money. Like yeah, because I'm at this extreme, so she got to push me to the other side, like do some work. So now I'm like, I think maybe a little bit more to the work side, yeah, so that I can earn the money. But yeah, I'm like Kelvin. I feel very alive, very happy when I can spend time with my family. Yeah. So I don't know, like how does Bunty feel like? Because even if you spend a lot of time in your work, right, the pay doesn't actually go up.
Yeah, so on the part, I definitely agree because for salary workers, right, you get the same amount. The only variable part is the bonus, and there's no clear correlation between how much you work versus the bonus. I think there's almost no correlation one because it also depends on the company, performance, right? Not just your personal performance. So yeah, the salary is kind of like fixed already, but how much you work is really depending on the demand or the requirement at the time. Now, say for example, you have a deadline, then you have to work extra. That one no choice, right? So that one have to work. The part about like spending time with family, I think I'm the one that guilty of not spending enough time now. So also because sometimes my interaction with my kids is a bit, I won't say, I think it's not common because probably also because our age gap is not like too far away, right? And they are now like next year the elder son already will go into secondary school already, so our interaction is more like friends, rather than like parents and children. Spending time with them sometimes can be quite tired lah. Just talking with them, they will think so can be quite tiring. Sometimes I just like, even though let's say I'm not working, I just prefer to sit alone and doing my stuff rather than just spending too much time with them lah. So I say I'm guilty of that. Yeah.
Actually, what about Jiking? Jiking, you just enter the workforce. What's your plan?
Why
Do you
not
have any plan?
YOLO, have fun. No lah, I think the chasing of money, regardless of whether is it money or not, the concept of the topic here is not very important, right? Like you can be chasing those in the younger folks, they can be chasing the number of girls or whatever it is. If you don't put in meaning, Actually, life in and of itself, at least my personal opinion lah, because I don't have any religious background, right? Is that it's meaningless, ma, right? So unless you try to 赋予 some meaning to the money, meaning the money is to maybe retire your parents, to travel the world, to give your kids good education or to spend time with family, then that is the meaning that you created on the adjacent part about when you are chasing money, right? So you're not necessarily chasing money. You're chasing the, like Kelvin say, he wants to fire early so they can provide a good foundation for his kids, spend time with his family. That's what he's chasing. Money is helping him arrive to that goal. I don't know about Bunti and Eric lah, but I think that's the general gist of why. But truth be told, if you can think about this and you can spend time to write a Reddit post on this topic, right? You need to acknowledge you're extremely privileged and lucky already. You know, you draw the genetic pool. You can give birth in so many places, 8 billion people. You draw until coming into this world and then coming to this particular family. And your goal or your action is to write a Reddit post to ask people that why is my life so meaningless because I'm chasing money. It means that you're not too bad. As in you're not suffering, you're not hungry, you don't have a shelter and whatnot. So you have already kind of graduated to a higher tier of trying to find meaning, right? And it's just a process for you to for of self-discovery lah. That's all I have to say lah. I mean, if you really hate your job, you don't like waking up every Monday, one is you need to try to find a way to I don't know how to put it like it's not any form of advice, but it's just you can try to explore different ways or avenues in your own life to try to make it less undesirable. I think that's all I have to say lah. But for myself, I think doing things in moderation for now, I haven't reached there yet also. I also think that I don't focus enough time on people accompanying time with people because I'm focusing more on things. It might be a natural tendency for guys in the younger age that you focus more on things than on people lah. But I feel like I'm also not in the position where I can say that I can work 8 hours a week or what. So I'm still in the process of trying to build that base, and money is definitely a top concern in my mind. And I only can share with you what I have experienced thus far. I have not upgraded to the next level yet. So my focus will still be on money. I can, of course, I find money interesting, or I find the topic of investment, personal finance interesting. That's why I spend a lot of my time there. But how can you point to somebody and say that somebody tell you drawing is very interesting? Then tell them, why you know life, like, why you think drawing is interesting? I don't get the logic. Like somebody can really inherently like that subject matter or that topic. So just let him do his own thing and tap on everybody's strength lah. Like if you think that a person is good with money, let me give you an insider thing. I know Kevin is damn bloody good at like personal finance, credit card, and whatever. And because we are talking on an ongoing basis and is a friend, and you ask him, he'll give you advice. Whether you want to listen or not, like Bunti, is a different topic. But I'm just saying that you should tap on people's strength and to be able to look at the positives in everything rather than complain and whine and say, oh, wow, you're very lame, no life, etc. I mean, it's an inside joke. If you all don't understand, it's okay. But I'm just saying that like we utilize our resources as best as we can. That's I'll just end it off at there lah. Yeah. But anything else that we want to cover on this topic?
I think he don't have meaning because he don't have a girlfriend. I mean that's the only thing he can do, right? To work. Yeah, because when I see people say they get stuck, okay, so let's say abusive household, the wife or the husband beat her. They say, oh, I can't leave my family, my kids need me, that sort of thing, right? Then one way to change it, right, is to change your environment. It's like don't live in that house, like go back to your mother house in a sense lah. So because if you can break that habit, then you can change your thinking in a way lah. So if you feel like you're not interested in anything except for making money, then don't stay in your current house. Go rent a house, go find a girlfriend, then land yourself in more debt when you buy house. My point is just change your environment, then your thinking will also change lah. Or maybe travel a bit more also lah. Yeah.
And considering the fact that this is my speculation, considering how he phrased his discussion, is that he said he previously liked gaming. I presume he's a guy and he's relatively younger, like maybe my age group, late 20s, early 30s. Actually, I feel it'll be quite unfortunate that you feel that life is quite meaningless. Because in fact, when you're younger, you should be the most enterprising, the most excited, the most enthusiastic. You have the most energy and power to do whatever you want to do. If you're older, like not trying to smack anyone, but if you have life commitments, you have kids, and everything you settle down, you got mortgage, that's when you start to get jaded about life. right? Because you have so many things and you're just running the wheel. But if you're really on the younger spectrum, right, it's good to go through that self-discovery thing and to really try a lot of things that life has to offer you, and don't be too stuck in the idea that there's only one way. I think it's also maybe it's conditioned by the system where we only have one way to live life. Meaning, like everybody say, right? Go and study, go into a uni, get a job, then go and buy a BTO, get a car, try to upgrade to a condo, then have quite a bit of money to maybe travel once a year or twice a year. That is the so-called quote unquote Singaporean dream, right? But I think you might want to explore a little bit more in how you do things and the different ways of life that can continue exciting you lah. I think that's that lah. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, Eric. I saw you wanting to comment. Maybe last thoughts from you.
Last thoughts. I forgot what I want to say already. Yeah. Old folks is like that. Sometimes I want to do something, right? I go to my, by the time it powers up, right? I've forgotten what I want to find. Then I'm teaching halfway in class. Then my student put out his hand. Sir, can I go to the toilet? Then I say, go lah. Then after that, he walks to the toilet. I've forgotten what I was saying already. Okay, I think it comes with age. But anyway, I think like what we said previously, right? This podcast is like doing it out of interest. This is like a hobby, talking about finance things for us. Yeah, so it doesn't really earn any money. Yeah, unless you want to count a few dollars of AdSense. But yeah, so I think in general, find things that you enjoy doing, outside of your work. I mean, if you enjoy doing your work, good for you. Yeah, but there's other things you can do outside of work as well. Yeah. Anyway, where did Kelvin go?
He logged out of the chat. But with that in mind, I think maybe you guys can share in the comments below as well in terms of how do you advise somebody that feel lost in life? What kind of activities that he or she can go through? And we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.